Right. Hi, and welcome to part 3, or episode 3, I don't know. Did we say part or episode last time? Welcome to number 3 of our squat video series. So this one we're going to talk about depth. Depth in the squat is an interesting one because there's a hell of a lot of discussion and argument online if you search for it. But the conclusion I've drawn is that you should go to the depth that your body is capable of. I train professional sprinters that are well over 6 feet tall and they have really long legs, and it is virtually impossible for them to get much below parallel, and that is completely fine. But if you are injury free and you have the range of motion to get low, then you definitely should. Unless, of course, you are doing something specific like powerlifting where there is only a certain kind of depth to hit. So there are many factors and there is not a one-size-fits-all for squatting. But the purpose of these videos is to give you the general concept so that you can make the best decision for you. So even our stance that we talked about last time, being shoulder width apart and the turnout of the toes, that may also change slightly depending on your height, your leg length, your torso length, in previous injuries, and maybe the sport you're doing as well. So these are going to change, but these are just getting you in the best kind of general position, getting you kind of that middle ground, and then you can work from there. Right, so I'm going to do my demo and show off my tiny femurs that allow me to squat quite well. And then we will show you Matt's squat with his broken ankle.
So as we can see in that bottom position with a nice extended spine, Luke is able to get his hips below his knee there.
Do more for the camera.
So I think I'd be able to get to around parallel-ish.
Yeah.
And then my ankle will just block it.
So Matt's going to show us his squat. Now Matt is currently, as I've mentioned a few times, carrying a bit of an ankle injury. It doesn't hurt him to squat, but it does mean he can't get much lower than this. Because the ankle can't go into any more dorsiflexion, the only way for him to get lower would mean he'd fall backwards essentially, and we'll talk about bar path later. There we go, he's trying. So my goal, or what I would be working with Matt, and he knows this, he's working on it at the moment, is to increase his ankle range so that he can get the deep squat. But while he's working on that, we can work around it. Now I wouldn't recommend this for long term, would you? But for the short term, to get him squatting, we can pop some plates under his heels, and because this elevates his heels, his foot, his ankle doesn't need to go into as much dorsiflexion, as we call it. Okay? Now with this, you can see that his hips can quite comfortably break parallel while maintaining decent spine position. Just stay there for me, Matt. Drop to the bottom for me. The only time depth becomes an issue, and we would tell our clients not to go deeper, is if they get that kind of lower back rounding. Can you recreate that? So some people will, in order to get low, they will compensate by going into flexion of the spine because of restrictions in the hip and mainly the hamstrings. There are hundreds of videos of butt wink online, so we'll just give you guys the basics. I don't think we need to go into it with too much depth. So we're going to go as low as we can while maintaining proper spinal alignment. So extended, well, neutral spine, should I say? Cool. Pop that back for me, please. Again, it should be noted, this is a temporary measure while we work on the imbalances and the stiffness in the ankle, because Matt decided to run his own foot over.
Wasn't.